You can hear her from across the room. Your German-born, Brooklyn-bred grandmother's voice is as distinctive as she is. The way she laughs, the little Yiddish phrases she incorporates into her jokes, the subtle way she weaves a hint of criticism into everything, even what she intends to be a compliment. But when you try to describe her voice or define it, you struggle. It's just her voice, you say. It's who she is. It's the same thing with voice and writing. Voice is one of the most difficult concepts to explain, let alone teach. It's a slippery term that encompasses a broad range of stylistic choices, including diction, sentence structure, tone, as well as more subtle concepts like humor and sarcasm. Because voice is so personal, teaching it is extremely difficult. I struggle to teach my AP students this every year, so I know that it is equally frustrating for students who are trying to learn it. It's kind of like trying to teach someone how to develop a personal fashion sense. I can't teach you how to choose the kind of clothes or shoes that will represent you the way you want to be seen by the world. The only way you can do it is to look at other people's fashion choices and imitate the styles you think match the look that you're going for. This is why it's so much easier for writers who are voracious readers as well. Their reading experience has exposed them to a lot of different voices and given them an opportunity to create and refine their own. So the truth is that each of us has to work to develop our own voice. It's not something that you can memorize or learn. It's something that only comes with practice. One writer whose voice is unmistakably distinct is David Sedaris. His collections of essays include Naked, Me Talk Pretty One Day, and When You Were Engulfed in Flames. My introduction to David Sedaris was hearing him read his hilarious essay, The Santaland Diaries, on National Public Radio's Morning Edition in 1992. If you go to the npr.org website, you can listen to the audio version of it online. Just reading through a passage from the essay, you can recognize Sedaris' distinctive voice. 22,000 people came to see Santa today, and not all of them were well behaved. Today, I witnessed fistfights and vomiting and magnificent tantrums. The back hallway was jammed with people. There was a line for Santa and a line for the women's bathroom. And one woman, after asking me 1,000 questions already, asks, "Which is the line for the women's bathroom?" And I shouted that I thought it was the line with all the women in it. And she said, "I'm going to have you fired." I had 2 people say that to me today. I'm going to have you fired. Go ahead. Be my guest. I'm wearing a green velvet costume. It doesn't get any worse than this. Who do these people think they are? I'm going to have you fired. And I want to lean over and say, I'm going to have you killed. What is it exactly that Sedaris uses to create this voice? Some of it is obvious, like his word choice. Magnificent tantrums. What a great phrase. He follows that up in the next sentence with a powerful adjective, jammed, one that also creates assonance, or the repetition of vowel sounds, tantrums and jammed. These words evoke images and contribute to the overall voice of the piece. Notice, too, how Sedaris varies his sentence length to great effect in the second paragraph. Short, simple sentences. As you listen to the piece, you hear how effective those are out loud, but they can have the same effect when we read them to ourselves. Other aspects of his voice are more subtle, the bitter sarcasm that drips from the piece, particularly in the last lines. One of the reasons voice is especially critical in the college application essay is because it enables your written work to literally speak for you. If you learn how to employ and control your voice, you can convey so much more of your personality to the admissions reader. Not all students have the opportunity of being interviewed in person. Even those students who do may not be able to convey their true voice in the interview because of stress or nervousness. But in the application essay, you have the chance to use your writing as a proxy. You can send your words out there to speak for you, and if they are able to succeed in conveying your voice clearly, they can accomplish your purpose of getting you accepted by your first choice school. Check the exercise files for a list of writers and essays that offer exceptionally good examples of conveying voice in writing. Through reading and recognizing the distinctive voices of other writers, you take the first step toward developing your own.